I'm going to be reviewing some videos by Gail McNeil. She's plant-based.
I started to do lots of research and all roads led to veganism, 100% plant-based.
All of the roads, yeah? Wow. Then it must be true. It must be the way. If every road leads to it.
And I'm going to be honest, I wasn't really very thrilled about that because I like the taste of meat, I like cooking meat. However, I read all of these people saying that after 2 weeks they felt absolutely amazing, incredible, fantastic. They were all slim and they all looked exceptionally healthy. So I decided to give it a go for 2 weeks. That's all I was going to do, give it a go for 2 weeks, even though all of the evidence is there that a plant-based diet is an extremely healthy choice for longevity. After 2 weeks...
I would love to see this evidence.
Well, in fact, it didn't even take 2 weeks. I think after about 10 days, I felt so incredible that I decided that there was no going back. Prior to giving up...
Yeah, in the first 2 weeks, you lose body fat, you eat yourself, you're living off of animal foods, and then the micronutrient deficiencies start creeping in. And after a few months, most people quit. That's how
13 years vegan, still not nutrient deficient.
it goes.
I've had loads of pain, lots and lots of pain in my hips and my fingers. And as soon as I gave up dairy, well, within about 5 days...
Yeah, dairy.
T8 matches. I can't believe...
Is, in the case of cow's milk, made for cows. Technically, we shouldn't be consuming that.
All of that pain disappeared, completely gone. Is it a coincidence? I don't think so. So there was no going back because I didn't want that pain to come back.
Or you could have just cut out the dairy.
However, the reason that I don't say vegan is that I think it's unattainable to most people to actually survive on eating only plants. So I prefer to say that I'm plant-based and I encourage people to eat as many plants as they can with every meal. It's impossible to overeat plants, overeat vegetables,
Well, it is.
Eat nuts, seeds and beans and fruit. It's totally impossible.
What do you mean you can't eat beans until satiation? Firstly, you can't even eat them in their natural form. But secondly, if you would eat a kilogram of beans, then you would...
Would I fight Kazuya IRL to make him vegan? Well, he'd
have such insane bloating. You could even be hospitalized because of how indigestible they are. That's why they call us the bloating.
So after I'd had my butternut squash-sized tumour removed, which turned out...
By the way, she's 56 years old in this video, I think. She looks a lot older to me. I would have thought that she's around 70 at least.
I would have thought she's younger. I would have thought she was in her 50s. Sverich just always says this stupid shit.
And it's not because of the grey hair. It's only because of the skin condition.
To be benign, so it wasn't cancerous in the first place, even though the radiographer had almost convinced me that I've literally got 3 weeks left to live. It wasn't cancerous, and I did make a full recovery after a full oophorectomy. That's having your ovaries removed. But I carried on with that diet, with that lifestyle, eating only plants, and I think it was about 12 years ago now, and I have never looked back. Now, if you're going to go only plant-based, only eating plants, you do have to be aware of your amino acids, your iron intake, your calcium intake, and you do need a really varied diet to ensure that you get all the nutrients that you need. Interestingly,
plants don't have over 15 micronutrients. No matter what plants you eat, you cannot get them on a vegan diet. Impossible.
Weird how I've never been deficient in these nutrients.
The only thing you can't get through a vegan diet is vitamin B12.
Also, vitamins, A, D, K2. There's amino acids you can't get. Also, the actual animal versions of B6. Actually, I'll just put a list here of the nutrients missing in plants. You can only get them from animal foods. It's an absolute misconception that only B12 is missing.
Vitamin B12 comes from soil. Animals ingest soil and they get their B12 that way, and then we ingest the animals. That's how we get B12.
No. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, this belief is still around? I thought that this is gone. Like, vegans actually still say this? No. The bacteria in the stomachs of cows, for example, in the chambers, they ferment the plants and produce the B12. The B12 itself is not found in the...
Cows don't produce B12 from fermenting plants. They produce B12 when they get access to cobalt.
Soil? What?
But nowadays, animals are not raised on soil. They are raised in concrete sheds. So they don't have access to the soil, so they have to be supplemented with B12.
It's because they get fed grains and all kinds of unnatural food. If they eat natural food, And especially with good soil, then they will have a lot of minerals. The meat will be healthier.
So it's just easier to take the B12 yourself. And
What are you talking about? What? You get B12 your whole life through meat.
a lot of vegan foods, such as plant milk, they are fortified with B12.
Yeah, it's synthetic B12, your body can't use it, they don't understand the still, they don't understand anything.
Calcium, etc. But I'd rather cut out the middleman or the middle animal and take the B12 straight out of the bottle, save all that messing around.
But that's not real B12. In some cases, it's a form of cyanide. It produces a lot of adrenaline, which is why you feel like you have energy, same as coffee. What middleman? You're removing nature from your life. You're removing nature. Not some man-made middleman or whatever you believe. The cows or whatever animals you eat the plants, and then you eat the animals. And then you get the B12 from them. That's it. What do you not understand?
We can thrive completely on a plant-based diet, but your diet does have...
Yeah, exactly. That's why almost every YouTuber has quit already. Over 80, if not 90% of the YouTubers from 5-10 years ago are gone. And where are they? They deleted their
That's not true.
channels or eat a balanced or whatever, even carnivore diet at this point. Yeah, where are they? They all quit.
To be really varied and contain lots of different fruit, veggies, nuts, seeds, and beans to get all of the fibre to keep your microbiome happy. There's a whole population of bacteria and microbes in your belly which we need to take care of.
Okay, you have cooked disgusting white seeds, which is rice. Then you have some crunchy baked grain slop.
By the way, Sparage eats rice. Apparently when he just eats anything. When he visits different countries, he'll have waffles, French fries, burgers with the bun. He eats whatever. This whole thing where he only eats raw meat, it's all cap. He's just lying.
Sludge, I guess, which is there to imitate meat. Yeah, nice, some green leaves. Did you pick them from the garden? I can hear the birds. You stole their food. Not even birds would eat that though. You stole the rabbit's food. Where's the rabbit police?
Riley the vegan.
The way she drizzles it reminds me of shit. That looks like fucking diarrhea. Why do you do it so slowly? Just put it... What are you doing? Ooh, Seamland would be really proud of her. She has meat and blood cravings. That's why the obsession with tomatoes. Come on, obvious. Wake up.
Yeah, I don't think that's why people eat tomatoes.
Yep, leaves to death. Obviously. Yeah. And then the mushrooms to imitate the meat. Oh my god, man. All these zero nutrients. Even if there would be any, it would be destroyed by cooking. And there really aren't any in mushrooms. And nothing in any of this, actually. And your body really wants the meat and you eat it. You lick the dish and just nothing comes out of it. You get nothing out of it. There's just no benefits. The only thing that you get out of it is one big fart. Realistically. Yeah, now with the seeds, 100%. Some bread, yeah, just some seed sludge on top of that. It's not enough. He just wants to destroy her health. One more, yeah, 3, yeah, exactly.
My husband is an absolute carnivore, well he was, but I've managed to switch him to eating tofu.
That's horrible. You won't have a husband soon anymore.
Tofu is made from soybeans, and soybeans have 36 grams of protein per 100 grams. When it's made into tofu, and I've got 7 flavors here, this one's my favorite, it's got seaweed in it.
Soy has been linked to ovarian cancer, and you had your
Soy has not been linked to ovarian cancer.
ovaries removed. Have you always been eating it? Makes you wonder.
I thought with the crispy tofu fisher's fingers, I would serve some crispy kale. Now, my husband doesn't like dark green vegetables.
Crispy kale, of course, because you cannot eat it raw in its natural so-called state. And your husband doesn't like it because no human on earth likes it.
But this is a vegetable that he absolutely loves. And I'm going to
Yeah, if you cook it to death and add a bunch of sauces and spices, I'm sure that's what you will do.
show you how to make it. But first things first, I'm going to give it
Kale is one of the most toxic vegetables on earth, by the way. Avoid it at all costs.
a wash, because I buy this from the organic shop, and there's a lot of snails in there that I need to find a new
Doesn't matter if you buy it at the organic shop. Toxic is toxic.
home for in the orange grove. I've washed the kale, I've spun the kale so it's nice and dry, and all we're going to do now is take
It's nice and dry, like my skin, innit?
the hard stem off the back. So just hold onto the leaves and pull that back stem off. And then I'm going to pop it in a bowl, and then we're just going to put a little bit of olive oil and salt on it and get it ready for the air fryer. Don't throw the stems away, because you can put them in the freezer and use them to make vegetable stock, or you can chop them up and use them in dog food. A little drizzle of
What? What? Dog food? What's wrong with you? You poison your dogs also. Wow. Your husband and your dogs. Black widow?
Olive oil. And I've got some flavoured salt. You can just use ordinary salt, but make sure it's sea salt. It's not.
I don't know if it's hard to adopt a pig. Don't know what the laws are.
That table salt that's been processed. This is natural sea salt. And I found this from Spain, and it's got herbs
What is natural sea salt exactly?
in it already. So salt, pepper, and herbs. And we're just going to smush the kale around to make sure it's got a little bit of oil on it, so that it becomes really, really crispy when it's in the air fryer. You can do this in the oven as well, but you want it on a kind of medium heat. In the air fryer, it takes
But why? Why don't you just eat them as they are? It looks like yummy green leaves.
around 7 minutes, but keep an eye on it, check it every 2 minutes because it burns super duper quickly. And also, it becomes really, really light, and it can be sucked into the fan at the top of the air fryer. So just be careful. I would just keep checking it every couple of minutes to make sure it's not burning. But this is the best way to get children and husbands to eat their greens. I thought it would be a really, really good idea.
Yeah, because they don't want to eat them. You admit that they taste bad, okay? And why would you force anybody to eat that? Or why would you trick people into eating that garbage?
Check it out. I like my air fryer to make sure that it stays under the rip off a square of whiskey paper, baking powder, baking paper, whatever you do it. Pop into water and then again. Take the scissors. It sits better. And then we can pile things in super duper crunch. Wow. It's really, really addictive. Crispy kale and my fishless fingers. And I'm just going to sprinkle on
It's not fishless, it's nutrientless.
the top some sesame seeds, some toasted sesame seeds. And that is my second
Also phytoestrogens.
meal of the day. That's fully vegan, it's gluten-free and dairy-free.
Yeah, it's fully vegan. It's fully gonna kill you.
Here are the crispy
This is the guy who nearly died from eating raw bone marrow.
fishless fingers.
I've never seen the movie Wolf of Wall Street. The reason I didn't watch it,
They're amazing.
Yeah, because you crave fish.
With crispy kale.
Why? Why not eat the leaves from outside the way they are? Why not eat everything the way it is? Why cook everything
because those aren't edible plants, you retard.
and try to change it because you hate it? I answered it for you.
If you enjoyed my video
Yeah, Sparage eats raw meat.
today, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to keep all of my content free.
Lovely British content. What's going on?
Okay, so that woman looks really healthy, her food looks good, she's making good choices. Retard, so